then I'm going to go ahead and mute everyone. Myself. Everybody's already muted. All right. Okay, let me get this started. I'll share my screen with you. Okay. So I'm not going to go over this. We did this last week. It's kind of silly. It just goes through the first 4 weeks. Tonight we are working on, we're talking a little bit about, I need it. See, I shouldn't talk so soon. We're talking about sharing Plexus and social media. We're talking about how to post strategically and smart, and some of the resources that we have available to us as ambassadors. So we'll be going through Plexus Learning Center, YouTube channels, those kinds of things. All right. And I think I'm just going to pass it over to Patty, and I'm just going to shut myself up. Take it away. Oh, let me undo you there, Patty. There you go.
Ooh, it even comes with an official posting. I'm unmuted. All right, so first things first, relationships. And we all know that relationships is something that a lot of us struggle with. I found that in a lot of our conversations, we all seem to struggle with that because in becoming ill, we have often separated ourselves. So, for a multitude of reasons, it's really good for us to start, building those relationships. But if you're in the business side of this, it's really important that you strive to build these relationships, because people don't buy from somebody that they usually don't have a relationship with. If they have no connection to you, they can go to any storefront and buy something. But when they're buying from somebody, an individual, they're buying from us, and they have to have that connection. So, in network marketing, you really need to, it really should be called relationship marketing, because we really do need to, it is about that close connection. So in that, it's important for us to, nurture those relationships. And that means connecting with people on a personal level. And it's not something you just stop by, like you do with Christmas cards once a year and you send it out. It's something that you have to work out at all the time. So, you have to nurture that when you see your friends post things about their kids, about the tragedies, the things that they need prayer and uplifting in. You need to be sincere, but you need to comment on those things, lift them up, go out of your way to, say happy birthday, congratulate them on their child winning, a first place prize or whatever. So in that, you need to also, when they decide to reach out to you, you need to find out what are their reasons for wanting to do Plexus. Is it because, they've had bad gut health? Are they looking for the business aspect? Are they struggling financially? Do they have a long history of autoimmune disorders? Whatever it might be, but we need to listen to that and make that connection with them. It's often said when you give someone your hand, they show you their heart. And until you've made that connection with them, they are not likely to open up to you. And in that, you can't help them if they don't open up their heart to you. That doesn't mean that you got to be pushy or anything. You just want to take the time to get to know what it is that, has drawn them to your posts. Because if you're posting correctly, you ought to be posting things about the health benefits as well as the financial. And so you need to find out specifically what it is that, that they're seeking. You can, when you get to know what it is that they're looking for, utilize all of those tools that we have available to us. There's the opportunity calls, there's the Diamond documentaries, we've got personal testimonies. The Testimonies by Blessed page is a wonderful resource. Just remember that these are personal sharing. These are things that we go in and we give to them in a personal message, and that helps to, again, build that relationship up and our better understanding. In going over these slides, I found that something came to mind to me. Somebody had once told me a long time ago that God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth. So what did he really want us to do the most of? And then in that, I thought, you know what? I want to find out. What does the Bible say about listening? Do you know that the word hear is mentioned in the Bible 550 times? It's amazing. I think that God truly meant for us to have relationships with people, but a relationship isn't one-sided where I do all the talking. We have to listen, and you got to be an active listener. That means really listen to what they have to say. So especially when it comes to people that you have possibly just friended on Facebook that you have no relationship with, you don't know who these people are, you really need to listen attentively and give them your ear and help see what you can do to help them through their struggles. It isn't about us, it's about them. And we need to make sure that we are really listening most of the time. You shouldn't be doing all of the talking. I know that that's often difficult for a lot of us because we're so passionate about the company, about the products, and the wonderful benefits that we've had from it. And some of us, me included, we tend to puke a little bit of Plexus as soon as somebody goes, so what's Plexus? You know, so that gets kind of difficult. So now we're going to move on to, if you look at chapter 6 in your success guides, wonderful tools. I had the opportunity recently to introduce Plexus to my newest ambassador through the new Success Kit. Oh my gosh, it was so cool because you get to bring out all those neat little tools that we have now, the little product guide cards and the Success Kit book. Utilize those. Pull that out. Chapter 6 will tell you some great conversation starters, okay? Take the time to go over that. So social media is a powerful tool. We all know that. Most of us, if not all of us, regularly use Facebook. Some use Twitter, Pinterest, YouTube, Instagram. I have to admit, the only platform I'm on at this point is Facebook. So that's what we're going to concentrate on the most. If somebody has a teenager available who can show me how to do some of these others, my door's open. I could use all the help I can get. Consistency is the most important part to what we do. We need to make sure that we realize that people are watching everything we do. And that means that even though today I might be having a really bad day, people don't want to hear that. If you could put a positive spin on it because you need prayer and you need some uplifting, that's one thing. But especially this year in particular, it's often difficult to navigate around all the political stuff, but you need to really watch out because we all have our own beliefs and such, and so you really need to steer clear of things like politics and religion. Those tend to be hot buttons, and we just want to make sure that we know that everything that we post, somebody is watching that. You need to also be consistent in sending messages to people. And that I have to say is probably the follow through, which is really where you sink or swim. You need to make sure that you are consistent in posting every day, that you're positive, that you keep in contact with your listeners. Michelle, I might need you to go over that reality versus, because that is not something I really quite, expectations versus reality. I'm not sure that I understood that. So if you want to take a note on that one.
Okay, I need to unmute myself. I think what she means by expectations versus reality is set your expectations at a healthy level. Lots of times people think they're going to post, let's say somebody posts something on Monday and they don't post again until Thursday. The reality of that is people are not going to be watching you. I think if we tie it into being consistent, have an expectation of posting every day about Facebook. And then the reality is it still may take months before you have people joining you on your journey. I think that's I'm not 100%. I didn't do the slideshow, so I'm thinking that's where she's coming from with that. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah. The reality is that, I mean, we all know that people are watching. If you've been doing this for any length of time, you realize at some point, somebody who you have never reached out to, somebody who has never commented on anything or liked anything, and I've had several, I can tell you personally, all of a sudden pop in and say, hey, I'm interested in having some Plexus. What do I need to do? And you're just, wow, I had no idea. And that's when you realize that people really are watching. They may not comment. They may not like one of your posts. They're out there though. So don't be discouraged if nobody, pops in and says anything to you, because you're laying the groundwork and you're spreading the seed. And eventually it does. Some of us are just so leery because of past experiences or for whatever reason, it's something we may really want, but we have, faith issues or whatever it is. So just give it time and bring your expectations down. You might be posting the best posts that there are every single time, every single day. It's just going to take time. Next slide. Always be positive. Oh, this is one of my favorite subjects. I am a big proponent of somebody who says, you know what, you might have a bad day, but suck it up, buttercup. Everybody's got a bad day. Reach out to your best friend privately, but don't bring your family's dirty laundry out to Facebook. Nobody wants to see it. Don't be, a gloomy Gus or a Debbie Downer. Nobody really wants to hear how Aunt May, and Uncle Fred are fighting and now they're headed for divorce court. Nobody really wants to hear that stuff. People are drawn to positivity. If you think about some of the posts that that draw you in, what are they? They're usually something where something is really wonderful happening in somebody's life, and that's what people are drawn to. If you always posted, jokes, family adventures, words of encouragement, recipes, whatever that was, just keep it positive and continue to be the person that you've always been, because that's what's brought people to get to know you in the first place. Don't stop being who you are. But just remember, keep it positive. Your personal page is your business page. And the same goes to your team and group pages as well. Always be positive. Don't go to another ambassador's page and, post something contrary. If they post something political and you disagree, just agree to disagree, but don't go and post something negative because your opinion disagrees. Remember, we're one Plexus and we need to support each other all the time, and that is their personal business page just as yours is. If you have a problem, face it. Don't Facebook it. This is what we were talking about. I love this little kid. He cracks me up. You need to take your problems off of Facebook and into a personal forum. Don't sit there and do one of those. We've all had them. We all know somebody who's posted some cryptic message that only so-and-so is supposed to know what's going on. And everybody else is sitting there going, oh, tell me the dirt. Tell me the dirt. Yeah, keep it off Facebook. There is no place for that. We all need to get past that. I think it's become something that because we have this open forum, and all this reality TV where everybody airs everything and anything, we find ourselves much more comfortable with bringing the drama to the world. Keep the drama to yourself. Like I said, if you got a problem, take it directly to that person, or go talk to your mom offline. Tell her about how your sister did, you know, whatever, but don't bring it to Facebook. We don't want to see it. It's not going to help your business. All right, engaging. Comments bump newsworthy status. Okay, so this is really a great time for us to be talking about this in light of all of our new before and after photos that are coming up today. Oh my gosh, how wonderful are those? Are those not just awesome? I know, I'm loving these. So now that we've got all these, go out of your way to start posting comments to each other's posts with the before and after. Because what's really newsworthy is the comments. Those comments are really important, and just liking something isn't going to cut it. You need to engage and you need to support each other, because in that, in that one Plexus, they're going to return that favor to you as well. And that helps you to become more visible to your audience. Create non-Plexus friend lists. This is something I started doing just this several months ago. And I have to admit, it was kind of nervous, you know, making me at first going, oh my gosh, I don't even know who these people are. What do they think if I'm some creeper, you know? I'm stalking Facebook, you know. But it doesn't have to be that way. If you post something and your Aunt Sally's friend comments about it, friend Aunt Sally's friend who commented on your post. You don't have to just go randomly stalking people off of Facebook. You know, just start people, when you post something and you make it a public post and, you know, your Aunt Sally sees that and she comments, then her friends are going to see that. So just keep the ball rolling. It's really important to create those non-Plexus friend lists, because then you can intentionally go and look up that group of people on your Facebook, and it will it'll group them here, and all of your other big lists are over here. And so you can intentionally see what's going on in the lives of these friends here that are non-Plexus. Because let's face it, if we're really all working our businesses, you're going to see Plexus, 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 Plexus all the way down your news feed. So create that non-Plexus friends list and intentionally go into that list every day and see what's going on and engage in your new friends' activities and such, and keep track of what's going on with them. Build that relationship and get engaged with them. Non-Plexus call to action comments. So this is where you create a lot of times like a post where you're asking a question, and let's face it, people love to give their opinions. So if you're thinking about redecorating a room, you're going to paint a room, put those colors up. Get the opinion of everybody. That brings people into your audience and gets past those Facebook gods that, you know, rule what you see and what you don't see. And starts to bring them into where they see your posts on a more regular basis, and you'll pop up in their news feed. It can be, you know, that cute little puppy. Let's face it. Who has got the cutest puppy on Facebook these days? And I swear everybody loves Kona. It got cute little baby, cute little children, cute little puppies, whatever it is, but get those people in there engaged in something that, whatever it is that your friends seem to love. If they love all those, you know, dessert recipes, use it to your advantage. Here's a great example. Jennifer is asking, you know, Gap just informed me that this is stylish for spring. What do you think? Again, people love to give comments and opinions. Yeah, no, I agree too. Culottes are, thank God, those went out with polyester. Amen. We don't like those. So passion and excitement. We all love Plexus, don't we? We wouldn't be here. but in that we need to build our passion and our excitement in that. When we give it to others, I have to admit, I tend to gush Plexus. I haven't quite figured out that fine line of sharing and not puking at the same time. It's just who I am. I'm so passionate about these products and what they've done for me. I can't not. I'm working on it though. But you need to find balance. So again, if you're going to post, one Plexus post, then you should have at least one personal post to each day. Don't make your entire news feed spammed out with Plexus. You're likely to find yourself unfriended or blocked. People don't want to be sold to. Create balance. Like I said, if you used to post recipes all the time, then keep posting your recipes. If you posted jokes and memes and, words of encouragement, Bible verses, whatever it was, don't stop being who you were. That's what drove people to you in the first place. And they don't want to see nothing but Plexus all the time. Although we warn everybody at the beginning of June, convention's coming, and it's going to be blowing up. But we got to give them a break the rest of the year, okay? So personal. This was a hard one for me because this means really delving deep into a lot of times your why. Why am I doing Plexus? People want to know. Why is it that you're so passionate about this? Are you just trying to get money out of me? Is this another one of those scams or, what? So you need to connect with people. Connect from the heart. Be genuine. Be sincere. Don't be ad-like. Don't, be all commercial. Plexus has designed some really great ads for us to be able to share some of our new products that are great little commercial type, ads, and those are wonderful. Use those. But don't forget to be personal. Share with people why it is that you're doing Plexus. Is it, that you didn't, for me, I never used to sleep before Plexus. So my first share was talking about how I was sleeping for the first time. But delve down. Don't be afraid to show people your heart. That's where they really connect with you the most. After all, that's why they're your friend in the first place. Ergay. I love this. I think this is one of those situations. Who of us hasn't gone out and bought an article of clothing that didn't quite fit, but we just absolutely loved it and you had to have it? You didn't want to buy it in your current size because you're trying to get healthy, you're trying to lose weight, and you don't want to buy the size you're in. You're like, my goal, I love this. I'm going to get it one size smaller, and it sits in the closet, or, a friend handed you down something and you put on a few pounds. Ergay is showing here where, she had that set of clothes in the back of her closet that she just never, ever thought she'd get into. And that's something that every woman can relate to. Whether, it was a new article of clothing or it was that favorite pair of jeans that you used to wear 10 years ago before you had children, we all can relate to wanting to get back into that one outfit again. And she used that. If you'll notice, not once did she mention Plexus in that ad, in that post, not once. People know what is going on in your life, though. You don't have to mention Plexus in every personal post. Trust me, if they're watching you, they know that you're doing Plexus. They're going to make that connection when they see that you're finally fitting into a pair of jeans. And if they really don't know what's going on, they're going to message you and they're going to go, hey, what are you doing? I saw that post you made and you fit into those clothes. What are you doing? That's your opportunity to share Plexus with them. Not everything has to be, not every post needs to have Plexus plastered across it. Okay, so personal. Keep it to the heart, tell stories. Avoid the ad-like posts. commenting etiquette, remember, keep it positive, keep it nice, cheerful, be encouraging. Share your own experience. Ditch the message me and web link in your posts. It really, that doesn't need to be there. And personally, that whole web link thing, we really don't want people to be watching our posts and then just randomly go to our websites and start ordering stuff, because we want to be able to give them the experience too, that customer service that says, I care about what's going on in your life and I want to help you through this. I'm here to not just give you a product, but I'm here to stand along the way and walk you through that journey as well. Let me help you make the right decision on what you need to order. And that's where you have that opportunity to build the relationship and find out why it is that they're doing Plexus and what exactly they need, because we want them to be successful. And if they just go randomly in there and they go, I guess I'll get these vitamins and I'll get the Slim, that might not be what they need. Maybe they've got gut health issues and they really need to have that ProBio and Bio Cleanse, but we won't know that, and they won't know that they need it either unless, if you're just posting that website for them to just go to on their own. We want to have that personal relationship with each person and help them to know what it is that they need. Hashtags are the new big thing, and hashtags are wonderful. That was something that they talked about in our training at convention. They talked about hashtags. Develop a hashtag that's unique to you, and that helps to, it's like we got a couple of hashtags that are Plexus specific. What if this could change everything? Why I Plexus? If somebody clicks on one of those hashtags, it can take them to numerous posts while they're doing their research to find out, what is this Plexus stuff that you're talking about? And then the personal one that leads them to your website. That's okay. You just don't want to go crazy with those hashtags. Nobody really wants to read 20 hashtags in your message. Let's keep it to a minimum, okay? Again, most importantly, be authentic. If you can't be authentic with somebody, then maybe this just isn't the right thing for you. Because we are in the people business, and let's face it, our products are about making people well, and that's everything. You can have all the money in the world and you can have all the opportunities in the world, but if you don't have good health, your life is not a happy one. Let's face it. That some of our most miserable days are when we didn't feel well. So be authentic and connect with people. I loved this one. I'm so glad you put this one in, Michelle, because let's face it, we all know that not every day is perfect. And Lori took a great opportunity to take something that could have been a negative post, and she put such a beautiful and heartfelt spin on this. Marriage is not bliss. Oh my gosh. Anybody who's been married for a while knows that not every day is perfect in a marriage. But she took such a great spin on that, and she says, oh, my man is spending his Sunday outside working on a tedious, project, and who can't connect to that, Take and keep yourself positive.
All right, I'm going to take over. Good job, my friend. Good job. I'm going to go ahead and mute you, my dear. Okay. Recommendations for smart and strategic posting. Many ambassadors start posting frequently, many times, but they're not posting smart and they're not posting strategically, which is why it might not be working. Here is a strategic strategy to post with that'll be both smart and engaging. So first, do one non-Plexus post every day. Now remember, these are just guidelines. You can do more than one non-Plexus post a day. That's fine. But one non-Plexus post every day, whatever that is. Patty gave some really great ideas about, a recipe. Like tonight I made cashew chicken. Paleo cashew chicken, and I posted it, and immediately someone wanted the recipe. So I went ahead and I posted the recipe as well. But that was a non-Plexus post. So here is one that is non-Plexus. Another reason I keep dodging Pepper's request for a dog, and if you read it, it's basically, I've got a giant dog toilet that I have to mow if I end up getting a dog. So that's funny, that's engaging. People will definitely find that hilarious, especially dog owners, because we know what that's all about. So you've got one non-Plexus post every day and one Plexus post every day. The trick is to make it personal. Lots of times I see people taking something that they got from someone else and just copying it rote, word for word. Make it your own. You know, if somebody said something about, whatever it is, take that, share what they posted, of course. I always do a parenthesis kind of thing, but I always add my spin on it at the top. This really hit home for me. This, you know, I felt the same way as so-and-so did when they started their Plexus journey. I try really hard to do that. Sometimes I get in a hurry and I'm guilty of it, of just taking a post and posting it for word. But I like to say, this is what my friend Suzanne shared. I understand where she's coming from, or something like that. And then I put her post in quotes so people know that this is not my verbiage. This is somebody else's. This is what somebody else has shared. This is a great, you okay?
Yeah.
Okay, this is a great post here. So this is Plexergy, 3 miles done, now some hit. Happy Monday, everyone. Want this kind of energy. And then again, another quitter due to Plexus, meaning Heather just quit her job. I can't read it because her Plexus business is floating. Who wants to be a quitter? So see how she shared somebody's post, but then, and I don't really like it when people share. That's my part of the reason why we have you not share a post. The button that says share is their audience is set to a different audience than yours. So many times the people that you want to see this post, it's going to come up attachment unavailable, and we don't want that. But this is a good example of somebody sharing that and then saying, you know, adding their own thoughts to it. So 2 times a week, add in a call to comment post. A call to comment post is something that engages your audience. Today I posted Zane's, oh, look at here. Hello. Today I posted Zane's Bean Boozled game and said, has anybody played this game with your kids yet? Be forewarned.
You're playing tonight, so.
Yeah, I'm playing tonight apparently. He just said, but be forewarned because there's some really nasty tastes in there. And I got a ton of engaging in that. People who have tried it, people who haven't tried it, because I gave some of the flavors. I don't know who wants to eat a booger, but Tim ate a booger last night, so pretty gross.
Hope you get spilled milk.
So again, this is another great example of that. This is an engaging post. She's asking them, what do you think? You're asking a question, what do you think? You're going to paint your room. What do you think of these colors? People are going to answer you back. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it says 1 Plexus engaging post per week. Tell Me Tuesdays are a great, you got to be careful though with Tell Me Tuesdays, and watch for people who post non-compliant things, because people will say, my diabetes is better. Well, we know that saying the word diabetes is not compliant. So Zane, I'm working, honey. I love you, and I need you to go do your things. Okay, so Tell Me Tuesdays are great, a great thing to use, but just be careful about what people post in there. Okay, so expand your audience. You want to build new relationships. So friends that are your Facebook friends that you see only on Facebook, send them a message. Say somebody is getting ready to have a baby and you actually haven't talked to that person in 20 years, but they're still your Facebook friend. Send them a message. Start to build that relationship. I'm so excited for you. Aim to add 2 new people a week to your Facebook page, okay? And those are non-Plexus people. 2 friends. So you can find people when you're out. If you meet somebody at the nail salon, you say, hey, are you on Facebook? Give them your phone and have them find their name on Facebook and send you a friend request. Nurture social media relationships. So follow up on your new friendships. If you've added somebody new, make sure that you are in contact with that person. Send them a Facebook message. Go to their Facebook page and, you know, if you have a funny meme or something, post that to their page. You want to make sure that you nurture them. Birthdays and life events are a great way to reach out to people. I got out of the habit that every day I go in and I send a birthday song, because on my phone, if you have an iPhone, you can go to your events in your Facebook page. Really quick, you go to your Facebook page, you go to more at the bottom over here in the right-hand corner. If you click on events, if you scroll all the way to the bottom, and I don't know how other ones are, but all the people that have birthdays, all the people that have birthdays that are on your friends list will pop up. If you click the little pencil, you have some options. You can send them a birthday video, you can send them a photo, you can send them a live video. So sometimes I will do a birthday video and just sing happy birthday, because that's one of the things that I love to do. And then anniversaries, you can also go up into your search bar at the very top and type in friends anniversaries. And all your friends that have mentioned anniversary in their posts will pop up. So if Bob and Jane had a 27th wedding anniversary that day and they posted about it, you're going to see that. So you can go and wish them a happy anniversary. When people have babies, when people retire, all sorts of things. Be genuine and sincere. Just let it come from your heart. Be who you are. Your friends love you, and they love to hear from you. And nurturing relationships, not just outside of social media, but also in social media. I think it's really, really important. That's going to help you in the long run. And you know what? It doesn't matter whether or not they ever join Plexus or whether or not they ever become an ambassador, you are nurturing those relationships, which are super important in life. So daily, you're going to want to strive for consistency, positivity, get personal. Tell stories that connect to people's hearts, engage your audience, expand your audience, be genuine, and nurture relationships. And stick with it, because honestly, you've got to be consistent in it. You can't just do it every once in a while and then let it go, because posting on social media is not a golden ticket to the top. Trust me, it is not. You've got to be able to use it as a tool and be connecting with people on a daily basis. Phone them up, send them a message. We haven't had coffee. Let's go have coffee. I'm going to take you to lunch. Whatever. I mean, you know your friends, and you know what your friends like to do. If you have somebody who's not a coffee drinker, you're not going to ask them to coffee. However, you could go for a walk and just talk about your lives. They want to know what's happening in your life. So resources to follow up with and tap into. We have some amazing resources that Plexus has provided for us. PlexusLearningCenter.com is a great resource. It's our corporate blog. It's always up to date. So you can go in there and you can even search for past articles. Like if somebody asks me a question on something specific and I can't remember the answer, I will most of the time head to Plexus Learning Center to see if it was in a blog post that I can refer to. It'll have everything that's going on with corporate. You've got all your product videos in there, your opportunity call videos, or not videos, audios, and your diamond documentaries are in there. PlexusPowerTools.com. If you are not a member of Plexus Power Tools, I highly, highly, highly recommend it. It's $10 a year, and they have, oh my gosh, so many amazing things in there. They've got documents, they've got new ambassador documents, they've got graphics you can use, they've got pictures you can use, and it's always kept up to date, and it's always compliant. They go through compliance when they do new documents. So you know that what you're getting is compliant, and for $10 a year, you cannot beat it. You can't beat it. In your back office, go under multimedia library, and in there you're going to find all sorts of posts. You're going to find training in there. You're going to find all sorts of things. If you have not played with that yet, play with it when you get a chance. You're going to be surprised. My Plexus Print can also be found in the back office. They have business cards that are very affordable and nice looking. They've got sample cards. that look like this, where you can put a little slim stick right there, and on the back it's got all the information. It's got the supplement facts on there, and then I put a little sticker underneath there that's got my name on there and my website on there, so that when they pull off the slim stick, they've got your name and your phone number and your website right there. Okay. Etsy shops have lots of compliance approved material. You can get business cards on Etsy. I'm trying to think. Oh, Jenny Robolino. She is fabulous. If you do not know who Jenny Robolino is, look her up and friend her. I think her Facebook page is JJ Designs. I'm not absolutely positive on that. But anyway, she does hats, ball caps. She does shirts. She's amazing. She does it all. Her and her dad do it all, and she's just fantastic. YouTube channels to subscribe to. I don't need to go through all of these, but this is a great starting point. If you want to write some of those down, a couple weeks ago, one of our homework assignments was to watch a Diamond Doc every day. You can find Diamond Docs on YouTube. Great channels. I'll give you a second if anybody's writing. You can take a picture of it too. Or if you want, just let me know and I can post them. Okay, so next week on August 23rd, we're going through events. So business launches, sip and sees, opportunity events, and corporate events. And I can't remember who's sharing next week. Let me get out of my stop share here. Okay. Do I have next week? I don't have the post in front of me. Oh my gosh, what did I just do? Oh, there we go. I'm going to go ahead and stop recording, and then if anyone has any questions, they can just unmute themselves.